Yeah, but if you ain't got the communication skills, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
No, because you didn't say it.
Baltimore know what I said.
Oh, you better say it. You want her to communicate, you didn't even communicate.
If you knew, you knew. You ain't know what I said just now?
No.
You should have got married.
Hello, my name is Mrs. Melanin.
And I'm Belief Mel.
And we are here with episode 298 of
How Married Are You? Okay, my name is Belief. This is Yvette. We married 15 years. Live in California. We got 4 kids. Relationship scary is very necessary. Shot lover struggles. Ask how married are you? Every Tuesday and Thursday, shawty. If you're listening, you're in a wedding party. It's okay if you want to put your hands up. You got the questions. We got the answers.
It's chocolate baby story time.
Chocolate baby story time.
It's chocolate baby story time.
1, 2, 3, and...
It's chocolate baby story time.
You got one?
Okay, guys. So maybe we'll talk about this later. This is so loud in my ears.
Sorry, mine too.
Maybe we'll talk about this later, but because there's many layers to what I'm about to share. Okay, many layers. But we recently just got back from a hockey tournament going to Bend, Oregon. If you contributed to Theo's team being able to afford that tournament, we appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Super appreciative.
There's so many things here. It was an emotional roller coaster ride for me as the mom because, you know, we'll talk. There's so many chocolate baby story times. Gosh. But the one that I came to share is once the tournament was over, you know me, y'all. I wasn't going to be in a beautiful place like Bend, Oregon and not explore and see all the things. And so I found a couple of things that I wanted the family to check out. One of them was a waterfall. I think it's called Tumalo Falls, if I'm remembering that correctly. And it worked out, unfortunately, that we all were there. We all got to see the waterfall, but not all of us got to go to the waterfall. Anaya has asthma and altitude issues, and so she was feeling limited at a certain point during the little hike. Well, myself and the oldest 2 boys decided that we were just gonna mosey on because we didn't just come here to look at the waterfall. We wanted to come here. Again, there's so many layers to the story. We'll get into that another time, but it was just so sweet, you know, because I remember when it was just me, Raya, and Theo, right? And I'm pushing one in a stroller and carrying one in an ergo. And it's just a season of motherhood that's so like, ugh. Like, not like, I said that, hopefully there are mothers out there that understand what I'm saying.
Oh, what do you mean, like gross?
I know, like, no, it's just like, is this ever going to get, like, are they ever going to depend on me less? Or are they ever going to, like, we gonna, is an outing going to be less of a chore? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we went on that hike and the boys, it was just like, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm entering into this new phase of motherhood because it's like you had Theo, we get to the top. So you guys know waterfall, you get to the top where the waterfall is. I don't even know. You may have seen this in my phone. But we get to the top and there's like a gate thingy and then there's a waterfall that's like literally tipping over the thing.
Right.
And Theo all of a sudden has just got this adventurous bone in his body. Now, mind you, Theo is the child that is the most cautious. He's got anxiety.
Yeah, he's a scaredy cat.
He's a scaredy cat usually. But he climbed over the thing. And I think he was trying to prove something to me and Raya. I honestly do. Because you can see like there was apprehension, but he still was like, no, I'm going to do this. Because I was like, Theo, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Theo, don't do it. I was getting the anxiety because Glenn wasn't there to be the responsible parent.
Yeah.
And so I was like, no, I have to be the responsible parent because if something happens and your dad sees you falling down the waterfall, he's going to be mad at me. And you can't even really swim like that. Actually, he swims really well. Anyway, he's climbing over the thing and he just wanted to go touch the top of the waterfall. And he did. And then he climbs back over and he's like, Mom, you got to do it. Mom, do it. Because he knows that's who I am. That's who I am. I do that type of stuff. And I was like, no, I can't.
Yeah.
And then Raya tries to do it. And I'm like, Raya, if you don't get your butt over here right now. But anyway, we continue on along the river. I don't know what you would call that part that before the water falls.
Riverbank.
And then Theo pranks me and he like takes off his shirt and starts taking off his clothes and like he's gonna run into the water. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And he didn't do it. And then we're just jumping across rocks and walking across logs and we're exploring and we're having fun. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can see myself going on like European hike trips with these boys backpacking through Europe, or like, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And it was just like a foreshadowing or like a glimpse of what could be. And also like at the same time I'm looking at these like grown boys thinking about who they used to be, like these little kids, these little toddlers that I still had good times with, but it required a lot more to enjoy our time together. And now we can really just like be, you know? And so it was such a treat. It was such a blessing, and I really enjoyed it. And I don't know, I love them.
Yeah.
I was like, you guys are fun.
So you went up there. We didn't talk about you doing that.
No,
we thought we were going to. Actually, we didn't. I didn't have an idea of what we were going to do.
Yeah, so like that was the thing. Like we didn't talk about a lot, you know.
We had time to talk because we were driving there.
But I didn't know, and you know me. I don't just leave a trail untrodden.
Yeah. So Yvette and I got into it. So maybe this will be like a little Thursday snippet, little episode Thursday. But I was so angry because we had.
And here's the thing too. While we kept going, I was like, your dad's gonna be mad, guys. We gotta go back. Your dad, guys. And none of that's recorded.
And they were like, Kim.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But Theo did take responsibility. You heard him, right?
Yeah. And then, Well, anyway, but why was I upset? Why was I going to be upset?
Well, because is that fires in?
I'm just making sure it's not close to us. Go ahead.
Why were you going to? Well, the thing is, so I thought, okay, oh my gosh. So I thought what was going to happen is that, and we didn't talk about this, and this is like where communication breaks down, y'all. It just breaks down. But in my mind, I was like, okay, he's going to go take Anaya to the car to do her breathing treatment and then come meet us back up at the top. So we were actually waiting at the top of the waterfall for a minute.
Okay.
And then we realized y'all weren't coming.
When did you realize
We realized you weren't coming when we saw you
standing at the original place we went. Okay.
And they were waving at us. And we thought, oh, hi.
So let me tell you something. So first of all, I don't know where we're going. Yvette's like, hey, we're going to go see a waterfall. It's a really short hike. It's really short. I'm like, all right, cool. So we're driving. We go off-road. We're driving off-road. We get to a point, and it's like, oh, do we park here? And then we stop, and we're kind of like, oh, no, this isn't it. We got to park somewhere else. There's somewhere closer. Look. So we look on the map, and mind you, we're running out of service. So
there is no service
at
that point.
We're running out of service, meaning we have the maps part selected. So it still tells us where to go. But if we refresh it, we're
done.
So we get to the waterfall place. We look, and we're like, oh my gosh, there's a lookout point right here. The waterfall is beautiful. You get a perfect glimpse of the waterfall. You're in the shade. We took our family photos, and that was kind of the end of the story.
And see, for Glenn, that's enough.
That is enough for me.
For Glenn.
Not only because I'm kind of lazy, but it was more I was thinking about it, and I'm kind of like, all right, what is even up there? We don't know what's up there. Right? And so,
how could you live in the unknown?
And so I think, what's even up there? I'm not even sure how long it's going to be or what it's going to cost to get there. Yvette's like, but you never know unless you go, right? So we start walking, and I tell Yvette, I'm like, Anaya's having a hard time breathing. And usually when we go on these hikes, I'm the one with the slow kids. Like, I'm the one with Uzi and Anaya. And I'm like, you know, I'm just with them. Because sometimes I got to carry somebody, you know what I'm saying? The situation is whatever. Or hold their hand to keep them up. But I said, Yvette, did you hear me say we're probably going to go turn back?
I thought you were just talking about you and I and Uzi, which you were.
Yeah. So I was like, hey, we're probably going to go back. We're probably not going to make it. That's what I said. Do you remember me saying that?
Now that you say it.
It sounds familiar.
It sounds familiar.
Okay, so somewhere in between that little bit of information, she stretched that and got a loan on it and got 0% APR and was able to get to the top. So I'm like, okay, well, they're going up to the top. We're going to stay here and chill, right? So Anaya and I are talking, and they really got to use the bathroom, something crazy. So I'm like, let's go to the bathroom. So we go to the bathroom. It was gross. It was a whole big thing because it was like a camping bathroom with no running water. And then we look up at the top of the waterfall, and I'm like, oh my gosh, there they are. So we're screaming, and we're waving at y'all waving at us. And that's when I thought you guys were going to come back. Yeah, I thought you guys were going to come back. And so we were waiting for you to return. 45 minutes later, no sign of you guys. So now I'm starting to get worried. We have no service. There's no way to communicate with you. And I'm seeing people go up and come back. Multiple different people. So then I see...
Those are lazy people. They just went to see the waterfall. They didn't try to go do nothing else.
Well, I'm sure there was some type of sign that told you not to hop over the gate.
No, babe. There was a path.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So
I'll show you video.
So anyway, there was a. I picked the most random couple to talk to. These were like the most get out looking couple. They were like white people, and I was just like, you see more black people up there? How's it going? Do you guys see more black people up there? There are two kids.
Yeah.
And a girl and a woman.
And a dog.
Yeah, and a dog.
Yeah, they're past the falls on the right.
Correct.
Okay.
Just past the falls.
They're down by the water.
Down by the water.
So when you see the posts, I think it's the first post.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Like that, and they were like, "Yeah, I seen that." I was like two little boys and a girl. I said, "I called you a girl," and they're like, "And a dog." I was like, "Yeah," and they were like, "Yeah, they're up there."
We should have left Lily with y'all.
He was like, "They're in the water. They're down by the river," and I was like, "What?" So then I went from concerned to angry. She wants to explore without communicating. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so stupid. Like, this makes me so frustrated. I shouldn't have to think about what she's thinking about. And then at some point, you guys, maybe 20 minutes later, you guys started walking back down, smiling. And then
he went in.
I went in on him.
You left us. Mom, seriously?
You said you were going to the falls. You didn't say you were going beyond the falls, down by the water. I had to ask white people where the black people were.
Mom, I had to go in the grossest bathroom in the whole entire lifetime.
I'm so sorry.
You always do this. This is why I don't go nowhere with you.
I went in on her, man, because I was like, why you ain't talk to me? She was like, no, and I would have been fine.
I was trying to fight against
I have
me.
so much to say to you. I have so much to say. Because
sorry.
I just want you to understand my perspective.
I tried calling you too. Look.
We have no service. I know. I tried texting you.
Yes, he did. See, I was
I wonder if Dad's texting you.
And so we have this thing where, you know, yeah, we just have this thing. And so I was so irritated.
I have a really hard time being in nature and not following the paths.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and then like with the kids, with the older two boys, we often will be like, oh, what can we go climb? I have a scar. Did you know this scar was from climbing a tree?
Is that recent?
When we went on the waterfall hike.
I mean, that's cool. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at you taking the journey. It was no way for us to know that.
Yeah.
So if you would have been like, hey, babe, we're up here.
I couldn't call you. I tried.
I know we should have had our walkie-talkies.
Yeah.
But we should have been able to say, hey, babe, we're going to take this little thing, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or if you climb up here with Anaya, if you can just keep working at it, it's going to be worth it, I promise.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if we would have had that conversation, it would have been totally fine. But because I didn't know what was going on, Anaya was having breathing issues, I was going to leave y'all. I don't know if you knew that.
You said that.
Yeah. I was going to just drive away and be like, man, they'll figure it out.
Will we? Would we have?
After I'm sure you would have figured it out. Somebody would have took you back in town or something. But I was so...
You would want your wife and two sons to get in the car with a stranger?
Well, I would want my wife to have enough common sense to not do that. You know what I'm saying? And I was thinking about it. I was like, well, why would they keep going? and I started to, the story I'm telling myself, they don't care about what I think. They don't even know how to, like, the conclusions I was coming to was just negative. Like I had to like really do some
Negative Nathan.
fathering myself first, right? I had to literally go do some work on my own mental, because I was like, they don't care about me, they don't respect me. How can I protect them if they don't let me? What am I to do with these other two? We don't have enough food, blah blah blah. Like I'm sitting here like, and then I only had like one little albuterol thing. We didn't have her inhaler, and so yeah. But then when you came back and I got to hear about it, it was, I laughed a little bit and I chuckled. And then right after that, like a day later, I let you talk me and walking through a cave, 3 caves.
Down here, I'm like, this is hella sus, because what if the ground just caved in on us?
It kind of does.
All right, guys, this is not very black.
I hate this.
This is unblack, man. We can't be out here. So stupid.
But that time we need to bring walkie-talkies.
But the thing is the heart. Yeah, we did bring walkie-talkies. We were more prepared.
We learned a lesson. Every experience, we learned something new.
No, but that's not the point. The point is that we have to talk first. Like, we shouldn't have to learn. I shouldn't still be discovering this about you. You know what I'm saying?
My thing is, I don't know why.
Now you got a little clan, though. You got a couple goofballs that follow you. And y'all all going to be out there. None of y'all know how to survive in nature.
But listen to me. Uriah is you. Like, until he dips his toe in something, before he dips his toe in, he's like, guys. I was like, oh my gosh, you're such a buzzkill. And then he dips his toe in and he gets too confident. That is the thing that happens.
Now,
he did fall in the river, y'all.
Now, 2 things can be true. I can be upset of how it went down, but also really excited that you got to grow and bond with the boys that way. That was pretty cool. Yeah. Anyway, welcome Black. 2 authors here. You're looking at myself, Glenn Henry, author of Father Yourself First. My wife, Yvette Henry, author of Release, Rest, Remain. 30-day devotional, walking through John 15. This book here talks about how to change your inner voice and raise yourself. Everybody's going to become a dad, going to become a parent. The thing that happens, it exposes how childish you are. As you can see, my wife's still getting scars, climbing trees. Childish, you know what I'm saying? Father yourself first.
Oh my god!
I'm sorry. Buy the books. Buy the books.
Or you can just release, rest, and remain and have a good time.
Yeah. Yep. There you go.
Enjoy life more.
Exactly. There are several ways to support us, man. We don't make very much money off of this podcast. The way that we make the most of our money is through Patreon, through support of people signing up and getting early episodes, longer episodes. So you can do that if you feel so inclined. Also, we have a Premarital Advantage e-course where most of people don't have mentor couples, right? You don't have a group of married people helping you make logical decisions in your relationship. That's where we come alongside of you and do that via our e-course, the Premarital Advantage, which you can get on our website, howmarriedareyoupodcast.com. Now, you can also email us, hello@howmarriedareyoupodcast.com. And, if you have a dilemma, or you're trying to get a question answered, we can help out with that. Like our guest here today, he's going to email us, and we're going to go ahead and read the email. Ready, babe?
Yes.
All right.
Dear Yvette and Glenn, I am a longtime listener and a huge fan of the show. A dear friend introduced me to your podcast years ago, and I have been hooked ever since. I truly appreciate the insight you share, and I finally feel ready to reach out for some guidance of my own. My wife and I are approaching our 5th anniversary next month, but I am struggling with a sense of indifference and apathy toward the milestone. This is her first marriage and my second. My first spouse passed away. While we get along on a surface level, my attempts to connect more deeply are often met with pushback or sarcasm. For example, she has questioned why I want to talk about feelings or why I placed a feelings wheel in our home. Over the last few years, I was going to say, Glenn just did that.
I got a feelings wheel.
Over the last few years, this has led to significant internal hurt and a loss of intimacy. Having done extensive work in therapy regarding my past grief, I now feel quite lost and sad. We have a beautiful family with 4 children, and while I want the best for them, I often feel the children are the primary reason I remain in the marriage. I am struggling with emotional and physical neglect to the point where I am starting to lose the desire for intimacy. I think I actively avoid it. I estimate we have had physical intimacy fewer than 10 times this year, despite both of us being relatively healthy. How can I begin to bridge this gap and find the desire to truly invest in my marriage again? Am I wrong for feeling this way given the hurt? What am I missing here? My wife has said that she is unhappy and overwhelmed with life. She has told me that she is not interested in sex, but she is aware that this thinking is a problem. Yvette, I purchased your devotional for her, and Glenn, I bought yours for myself, as I am focusing on working on my own growth rather than trying to fix my wife. There is a great deal of nuance I could include here, but I would value your perspective on how we might navigate this situation. Thank you so much for everything you do.
Man, what a very intentional, emotionally aware email from a man. What do you think?
I've been thinking lately. I don't know if you realize this. You probably don't. But I had a moment recently where it was like back to back to back to back things, like conversations, emotions, things. But it was happening during a time, it was the week of, I think it was the week of June 1st, because my birthday was that week. Then we had Anaya's Girl Scout weekend. And then we came back and we went to Bend. But there were some conversations that we had. There were some things that came up in my family. There were some things that I was internally trying to process or wanted to process, but just didn't have time. I also turned 39. It's my last year in my 40s. And in my 30s. What did I say? Did I say 49 or 39?
You said 39, my last year in my 40s.
Yeah, my last year in my 30s. And it was like, I wanted to address these things and like sit with these things and process these things. And I couldn't. I didn't have time to. I didn't, or maybe I could have, but I didn't allow myself to, because there were so many more immediate things that required my attention and my like brain power that I shoved all of those things down. And then I think there was a moment while we were in Bend, because I was doing a really good job about taking my walks. And I was just thinking, oh, someone called me the N-word. That's another thing that happened that week.
Randomly in the parking lot, she's just walking to her car, and a white man, probably around our age, called her a nigger. Dang,
I wasn't gonna say the word. But there was, and then there was the Carmelo Anthony ruling. It was a lot of different things that were like kind of weighing on me.
Yeah.
But I didn't like process or deal with them because it was just like, I don't have time for this. I don't have time to be in my feelings. And I started to think about it because I just got done speaking at the Momfrance in DC last month in May. And I was talking to them about folding and how over the course of our life, it's a way of kind of shoving down grief or like things that we're dealing with. We fold it over and we become smaller, and eventually we get to a point where there's no more fold left, and the paper just kind of comes undone, or it starts to come undone, and it's our choice whether or not we're going to try to see the full picture or whatever. And I'm saying all this to say that recently I found myself in a place where I felt like I just kept folding over my emotions again, and that if I didn't unpack it, then I would implode again. And I was thinking about how many women, and it's not even just a woman thing, but I was thinking about how many women do that. Like they don't give themselves the room and space to feel or even address their feelings.
Yeah.
And I guess when I'm reading this email and I'm thinking about this woman, he said, what did he say about her? Where is it at? She said, for example, she has questioned why I want to talk about feelings or why I place the feelings well in our home. Wait, he said something about her.
What about her?
How she's feeling.
Yeah, she said she
is unhappy and overwhelmed with life, right? And I think sometimes, like, when you're overwhelmed with life, you don't even have time to really see what is it about life or your circumstances right now that are making you unhappy. You know what I mean? And then this added layer of this man trying to make you
your husband.
This added layer of your husband, this person whom you've decided to build a life with, wanting you to actually
Thank you,
Anaya. Wanting you to actually name, address, identify your feelings. That's another overwhelming task. Because when you're asked to do that, you're already overwhelmed by emotions that you don't fully understand, while at the same time overwhelmed by life and the responsibilities of it all. And it's like, you got to choose one. And a lot of times we don't prioritize our feelings because the other stuff that life requires of us seems more urgent. And so we think we're going to be able to get by moment by moment without addressing it. But at some point, it all catches up with us. Mm-hmm. And so I guess as I'm reading this email and thinking about this couple and their situation, I can identify with a woman and understand where she might be in life right now. And I wish she understood that at some point she's going to have to identify the feelings on the feelings wheel and address it, because it's going to catch up to you. And in doing so, it may prove to be uncomfortable in the time and in the moment, but it's such a powerful enlightenment. Is that what I'm trying to say? It's a powerful thing to do in relationship with others so that you can show up better for them, and that they, like, you let the wall down and you let him see, like, what's happening with you as he's trying to let you see what's happening with him. I don't know if I necessarily, those are just my initial thoughts.
Yeah, I think, I feel like he's trying to participate with someone who doesn't want to participate. And so it's one thing to say, I actually don't know. I don't know if I can explain how I'm feeling, or if I don't know if I have the words to explain it. Mm-hmm. But to ask someone why do you want to talk about feelings? This is kind of stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's dumb. But like, what do you mean, why do you want to talk about feelings? Mm-hmm. Do you like the cake or not? Does it taste good to you? Yes. What could I have done better? You probably could have, no, it doesn't taste good. You left it out too long. You probably could have said, if I don't know what's wrong with it, the eggs are too salty. I got to use less eggs. You're describing to me how something tastes so I can change the ingredients.
Less salt.
Less salt. What did I say?
Less eggs.
Less salt. That's what I meant. It's too salty. Take out some of the salt. Don't use that much pepper or whatever. Today, I was upset because the way you spoke to me, I didn't like it. Mm-hmm. Why? What did I say? I don't want to talk about it because it's going to make me mad again. No. You said this in this tone. Why do you say it like that? Is that what you meant? No, that's not what I meant.
But you're giving her too much credit for having communication skills that she may not have.
Yeah, but if you ain't got the communication skills... Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
No, because you didn't say it.
Baltimore niggas know what I said.
Oh, you better say it. You want her to communicate, and you ain't even communicating.
If you knew, you knew. You ain't know what I said just now?
No.
I mean, you shouldn't have gotten married. If you don't know how to communicate, you shouldn't have got in there. That's my point. That's what I think. But it's okay to say, hey, I'm not good at that. Mm-hmm. I need to get better at that. Here, hey, sweetheart, I know you're not good at communication. Here's an opportunity for you to get better at it. Tell me what's wrong. Tell me how you're feeling. Tell me what I could work on. Right? Now, there's a difference if she says, every time I tell you what you could work on, you flip it back on me, and then I feel like I can't tell you anything. Mm-hmm. You and I just had a conversation upstairs where you were telling me, I want to say things, but I don't want these to be forever words. I want these words to be bubble and they pop. They don't last forever. That's what I'm trying to. I don't know if I really mean everything I'm about to say. I just want to say them to get it out.
I was like, can I speak freely here?
Yeah, right. Because I'll turn it into.
Is this on the record or off the record? That's what I'm gonna start
law.
saying.
I'll turn it into law. Mm-hmm. So, right, we have to work on that because you wanted to communicate things to me, but you didn't know how I was gonna take it. You have to be able to say that, right? Mm-hmm. I don't like this situation because, you know, from what I understand, he's trying to just, like, we both know there are emotions. We know there are things that we feel. Mm-hmm. Okay? Now, they are just as real as what we eat or what we watch or where we go or this house that we live in. Mm-hmm. And because they are just as real, just like we would talk about the house or what we eat or whatever, we should talk about what we feel as well, right? Because what we feel tells us what we do next time, right? And so the fact that he doesn't have a willing participant in conversation is very, very bothersome. Now, his questions, how can I begin to bridge the gap and find a desire truly to invest in my marriage again? This is where I would say you have to have vulnerability reps. So there is no I would be vulnerable until you know for the good or for the bad. Like, hey, I just want to let you know I'm willing to do anything to help to understand you better, and I would love a little bit of information to help me figure out how to move with you today because you haven't smiled at me all day, and that doesn't make me feel very great to be around. Mm-hmm. Hey, we all want to do things as a family together. Unfortunately, you and I are always at odds. I'm willing to do whatever I need to do to show you that I care, you know. I do feel like we went through a season of like, I gotta keep showing up because she not hearing me. And I feel like you had to do some like, oh, he tripped. Oh, he's not going to be here if I don't do something, right? We both went through that type thing. Mm-hmm. But, or like I had to say, hey, I'm willing to end this relationship based on how you're feeling. And wherever the chips fall, it's whatever, you know. Your vulnerability is almost your greatest weapon, and I know that feels like you're leaving yourself exposed to injury and damage. And though you kind of are, you still chose to be with this woman. And so this is the married part. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying you should deal with this forever, but I do think that as much as you can, I would try to honor her by letting her know, hey, I am willing to do whatever I have to do. You know what's so crazy? I've admired some men in my life who have I'm sorry, this is not just from men. This is from women as well. But I would say that it always catches me off guard when I know somebody whose marriage has like literally changed their physical demeanor. Like they're not even. There's no way they're the same person. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like some people have. Like I've seen them. I know someone in particular whose wife was so like oblivious and made so many bad business decisions that like he was just like he was willing to be a fool for her. You know what I'm saying? And that is not abnormal. It's not abnormal the other way around too. You know what I'm saying? There's some women who, you know, what's the name of that movie that stupid show we just watched?
Widow's Bay?
No. Mother's Instinct.
Oh, God.
That documentary about that white lady who was...
Oh, my gosh.
Insane! This lady was crazy as hell. She was crazy as hell. Oh, my gosh. This lady... Spoilers. All up and through this next part. She was with this guy, and she wanted to be with the guy so bad she lied about getting an inheritance of $8 million. Never got any of the money. Started doing credit card fraud and all types of stuff, stealing people's identity to get all this stuff just to keep this guy. She had 2 babies already, I think. Then she said, "I'm pregnant." The whole time everybody believing this girl's pregnant, she brought a fake stomach. Her best friend get on the interview and say, "In no way this chick can't be pregnant. She had a hysterectomy." Everyone's saying she had a hysterectomy. This woman is so demonic, the belly is moving.
That's crazy. I don't understand.
The belly is moving. The baby is moving in the belly. It's a demon. This is demonic work here. The lady ends up killing an old friend of hers. And they didn't even tell you in the documentary how she killed the lady. She hit her in the head. She hit her in the head with a hammer 27 times.
What?
Then had a scalpel and then used a mason jar to beat her some more. Then took the scalpel, cut the baby out, took the baby and stabbed her in the neck one more time.
That changes things for me.
Yeah, because you weren't feeling the death penalty.
I mean, I still don't, but you know. That's crazy.
Nah.
They didn't say that. They
didn't say that. They said it was too gruesome. I figured it out. I found out.
Oh my gosh.
My super
Your
investigative
TikTok investigation.
investigating services.
TikTok.
All right, let me know if y'all need to know something. I'll tell you. So daggone.
That is
you watching
horrible.
This dude become stupid for somebody else. Why am I talking about this?
I don't know, because you're talking about the woman who made bad business decisions.
Yeah.
And then...
So I'm saying, like, sometimes you can get in a situation with somebody and, like, you'll be foolish for them. Now, I'm not telling you to go, you know, straight up lose yourself for this person. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you want to make it work. You're together. And I feel like sex is a symptom. Like the lack of sex is a symptom. Mm-hmm. It's not the main issue.
It's not.
The main issue is safety, trust, and being able to communicate. Mm-hmm. Hey, I have a desire and a longing for you. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I think she has to believe that. She has to believe that, and I don't think she does, to be honest. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that's your fault. That could be some stuff from her past, some stuff with her parents or whatever, but she does not believe that you have her best intentions in mind. And we're all kind of projecting from our childhood, man. So once you realize, hey, it's this issue, you know what I'm saying? We're dealing with this issue from, you know, either one of each other's childhoods or whatever, then you can go ahead and say, okay, well, here's where the healing could start. You know what I mean? But if that person is not willing to heal, like, it's okay if someone says, hey, I can't heal. It's hard for me to heal. But to not recognize their there is healing that needs to happen.
Yeah.
That's when I'm kind of like, all right, baby, we need an intervention. We need to talk to a couple, or we need separation.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
I can align with that. I do think that when you are able to at least acknowledge, because I know there are people in my life who I'm like, you need therapy.
Yeah.
And they're like, I'm not going to do therapy, but I realize I need therapy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like that's a difference. Then there's people who are like, I don't need therapy.
Therapy? Ain't nothing wrong with me.
What?
And we got people like that.
Yeah.
Some people in the therapy, lying to their therapist, just out there talking about the weather.
They're not talking about the weather.
Not talking about what's really real in there.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So I do agree with that. I think that if the person is able to at least acknowledge that there is something off or there is healing required, then that is a launch pad, you know, like that's the starting place.
What's the next question?
I don't know. I feel like I wish you would have said what the nuance is here, because he said there's some nuance. There's a great deal of nuance, because I feel like that would be helpful in understanding why she may not be open to expressing herself, or
but that's still not his. Whatever the nuance is, if she has a reason why, that's still not his fault. Like, he seems like he's trying to do the work in, like, hey, emotional wheel. That is so.
Yeah, that was actually pretty sweet.
Like, the fact that you don't want to. Why you got an emotional wheel up here? like that is like a cross, a demon seeing a cross and being like, oh no, the Lord is here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying though?
Yeah.
Like that's how a vampire would react to garlic or something. You know, like having an emotional wheel in the house is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
My issue is then like, okay, so you have a child together, you have children together, and the children are gonna not talk about their emotions. How's that work? Are you giving the children space to talk about their emotions and you can't? Like, you know, what's happening?
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I think I do appreciate the fact that he mentions he's working on himself, because I do think that is valuable. I'm not sure if they are believers or not, but I also think even just praying for her and let it, like, that the Lord would move her to share more or whatever is also a powerful tool in trying to achieve some breakthrough here. I do think that if there is someone who you both trust, like an older couple or a mentor couple, you know, we're huge mentor couple advocates over here. I think that would be amazing as well, because sometimes, like, if there's someone that you guys can identify as a trusted couple, and then maybe she's more willing to share with that person than she is to share with you, and then that person can kind of bring it back, you know? Do you ever feel like that works?
Bring it back to like what you mean?
So like if I were to go talk to the spouse of a couple that we trust, right? Be like, hey, this is what I'm dealing with. I don't really have whatever to talk to Glenn about it. What do you think? You know? And then she's like, hey, this is what I think you should do. But if you would like, I can have me and my husband, sit down with you guys and we can talk it through together, you know? But sometimes it helps because maybe I'm just throwing it out there, but maybe she doesn't feel, I don't know what I'm trying to say, actually.
You giving her a lot of benefit of the doubt. Maybe she doesn't feel what, safe?
It's like me. Like, we've come a long way in our communication skills. But today, some of the things that I said to you, I would not have said to you a few years ago. You know what I mean? Because I know how much you hang on to words, and there's a lack of...
You can't say it now.
Well, I feel like...
Lack of what?
I feel like I feel safe with you, but when I'm talking to you, I don't feel safe.
Ooh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like I can never get my words back. Once I've said something, you've created a narrative about me and whatever said issue is, and I can't get it back.
So why is that so bad though? If I create a narrative,
Because
you be creating narratives.
I haven't always, like, you are an external processor and I am an internal processor, right? And so a lot of times that's why I write letters, because when I write a letter, I've had time to think about it. And then when I'm done with the letter, I'm like, okay, this is what I want to say. Versus when I'm talking in live, it's like, actually, I didn't really mean that, but I've already said it. And you're like, oh, this hoe. She did.
It wouldn't. I mean, I don't get it.
What?
I don't get it.
What don't you get?
Well, I just feel like you can say things and then I can feel a way about them, and you can change your mind about what you said.
I can't change my mind.
You
though.
can change your mind.
No.
Why can't you change your mind?
Because you.
What did I do? How can I? How do I prevent you from changing your mind?
On to things.
I do until I see changed behavior. I'm like, this is what it is. You told me this. That gives me a glimpse. But until you change behavior wise, I have to go with the last thing you told me. And so what's wrong with that? You want me to believe in something that doesn't exist. You want to be able to change your mind and not do anything. And then I go, oh, well, she said, right?
I love you.
What are you saying? I don't get it.
I'm done talking. Basically, what I was trying to say is sometimes it's easier for a woman or a person, a human, to go process something with someone else before they can communicate with the spouse.
I agree.
However, if she doesn't even have someone that she can process it with, and if it's not a healthy person, because she might have somebody that she can process things with, but that person is not necessarily turning her toward her husband. You know what I mean? We have to be mindful of the voices that we allow into our relationships. And a lot of times we can't be talking to people who are not constantly trying to point us back toward our spouses and reconciliation when it's appropriate and healthy.
Or just the truth, right?
Or just the truth.
Right. Pointing back to the
and
truth.
So, with that said, I think that is another powerful tool that they could probably pursue. Like communicating with her, hey, is there someone? Maybe you come to her with 3 couples that you have in mind. And hopefully they're older and have been married a little bit longer, maybe have older children. I don't know. Do any of these 3 people, these 3 couples, seem like someone that you would be willing for us to sit down with and use as like a line of communication? Present that. I think that's a good option. And here it is. He asked a couple of questions. How can I begin to bridge this gap and find the desire to truly invest in my marriage again? That's my idea. Do you have another idea?
I already said what I thought.
Okay. Am I wrong for feeling this way given the hurt? I do not think you're wrong.
No.
It's really hard to talk to a brick wall. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
it's hard to
she's
be
got
hopeful.
a wall up. And so if you aren't even seeing like a little peeking over the wall, I understand. What am I missing here? I don't know what you're missing.
I think you're missing. Well, one thing, would it be accurate to say, do you think you've been hurt before?
Have I been her before? I don't know about that. Not all the way, but maybe a glimpse.
I would say I definitely wasn't as intentional as he is during the season where you may have been a smidget like her. Okay, I would say
you see me in her.
I when you said wall, when you said wall, because I don't see you in her. First of all,
I was just trying to be clear because I was like, oh, does this feel familiar?
No, this does not feel familiar.
It's the wall that's familiar.
It's the wall that's familiar. Because when it wasn't long, but it was like 3 years of being like, I'm good. Like something's wrong, but I don't think it's anything to do with me. I think it's you. You like I was the issue in your life.
Turn your thing on silent. What's going on?
You feel me though? You managing how I'm doing it, right? So like, if you had a wall up, you didn't even know you had a wall up. You thought you were authentic, vulnerable, transparent, right? But that wasn't always the case. But you never. I don't see her and you at all. You know what I mean?
I don't think so.
No.
But I do understand having the wall up and not wanting to address those feelings.
I've been her.
Yeah.
I've been her for sure. Like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Or just going silent. Quiet. Not talking for days. I've done that. So, I would definitely say, when I say, what am I missing? What are you missing? You know, I think you're missing practically, you know, how married you are, essentially.
It's good, babe.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because based on what you're willing to do at this point will tell you how married you are, you know? And it's okay to look like a fool for your spouse, but it's not okay to be one. You know what I mean? So when I was talking about losing your mind, like men losing their mind and women losing their mind from their partners, like, I don't think it's appropriate to go fully out insane. But I think it's okay to look like it. Because love looks messy. You know? And what other people would turn their nose up at or decide that that's too much for them, I could never. You know what I'm saying? They don't know the cost of it. You know? This is why, you know, people sacrifice their lives and women have babies. Like, you're literally changing so much about who you are, you know, for family, for life, for a relationship. Yeah. How married are you?
Did you have things you wanted to talk about before we did that?
Well, I did want to ask you.
No, I'm saying you have a list.
Oh, yeah. Who do you want to talk about on the Patreon? Forgot all about Patreon.
I did. We haven't really talked about Carmelo Anthony together. And like how that is impacting how we're raising our kids. I don't know. Like what your thoughts are about.
Well, yeah, I definitely did have a conversation with the boys. I gave them some rules for white people.
The men. They are men.
Our
Oh,
children.
you're saying with our boys?
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about in your men's group. Sorry.
No.
You had a conversation? Where was I?
I don't know.
You talked to them about Carmelo Anthony specifically?
I talked to them about. I won't be honest with you. I've been avoiding that. I've been avoiding that. I've been avoiding the rich child thing. I just, you know, that type of stuff when you're raising.
Let's talk about it in Patreon.
Yeah. Okay.
How married are you?
Okay. Before I get to that.
Oh.
Every Saturday morning, I host a black men's meeting. It's called Becoming Good Fathers. You do not have to be a father to join. We are in week 43. So that's 43 weeks in a row. We've been just meeting together. If you want to join, all you got to do is hit the Partiful link in my description or in the show notes. But it is specifically for black men. Okay? Black men. Thank you. Also, I've been teasing this freaking song forever. I'm going to play it in a little bit, but Sugar Water actually has a release date. I thought it was going to be out earlier, but it didn't have a release date. But now it has a release date, July 7th. You can pre-save it now. That'll be super helpful. It'll help us, you know, get some recognition. This is the first record I dropped in like 4 years. So please support it. Sugar Water.
Where do you pre-save it at?
You pre-save it on anywhere. Apple Music, Spotify, everywhere. It's running everywhere. But I did leave a link. Sugar Water, Belief. There's a lot of people with that song title. I didn't know that before I did that. Press search.
I thought I did.
It's not up there? Oh, it better be up there. Guys, trust me. You can pre-save it. Hold on, let me do this.
Sorry, go ahead. Keep going.
Anyway.
I was just looking.
Gosh darn it. All right, it should be up. Let me know if y'all can find it. If not.
By the time this episode's uploaded, hopefully it's up.
Well, no, it should have been up. It should have been up already.
Oh.
That's what my people's told me. All right, anyway. And Black Love Story comes out on... You can pre-save that too, actually. Pre-save both. Black Love Story and Sugar Water. Both these records are by me. I've been working on them for a long time. They both celebrate, my relationship with Yvette, man. And so the dope thing about it is you inspire a lot of my music. You know that?
I was listening to...
August 17th, Black Love Story.
I was listening to Keep On Keeping On yesterday. And
I forgot all about that song.
I was like, man, he really be talking about me on these things.
Yeah.
This morning the kids asked me, Raya asked me, Mom, who's your favorite rapper that I listen to? And I was like, Belief.
See?
How did you find it?
You can pre-add it. Just hit the link in the description, guys.
Yeah.
All right. How married are you, babe?
I'm so married that I drove for hours on our most recent RV road trip, and I feel like I was able to give Glenn a glimpse of what life could be like on the road.
Sure did.
Because he was doing all the things by himself.
500 miles you drove.
And
more than that, actually.
I mean, dude. Yeah, you don't need to tell him how many, because I drove a lot. Hundreds of miles.
You did?
I did, because on the way there, what the heck? This is doing too much. On the way there and on the way back. Yeah.
That was super helpful.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I got to sleep. It was dope.
How married are you? He's like, I'll let you drive.
Sushi, man. I've been in the kitchen making sushi from scratch.
He has.
I figured out how to make shrimp tempura. So, having a shrimp tempura cucumber avocado wrap was kind of been my thing. And then I also cured some salmon, and I had a salmon roll as well. Now, these joints are the most sloppiest sushi rolls you've ever seen.
but they taste good. The flavoring as well.
And I'm trying to get them to stop falling apart, so I need to get one of those rice things. If y'all want to see us cook as a little bit of extra content, because we be doing a couple things, you know what I'm saying? Actually, we gonna talk about it. Let us know if you want to see some more, like, just one-on-one content from Yvette and I, instead of with the whole family, you know. Okay. And
that's just how married we are.
Where we at? All right. Check. You my little sweet thing, I'm digging. I'm speaking from the heart, hope not offending you. If we was in a lazy river floating in the water, I'm just saying I would like to be your inner tube. How could I forget? I like to introduce myself, I believe, so lying through. My teeth not like to make amends. My family calls me Little Glenn. And I hope this don't feel like an interview, but I'd like to know ya. Like who do you lean on when you need a good shoulder? Can you tell me what you like to drink? Is it tea? Is it cola? You remind me of summer days, quenching my thirst with sugar water. July 7th, it drops. Don't forget, okay? Sugar Water. I'm really excited about this record. Please pre-save it now. All right.